Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I'm just going out for a bit of a bimble in the woods. Good to get out of the house, isn't it? It's not pissing down for once. It's mid-January and the weather's it's a little bit chilly, only about 2 degrees, nothing too bad. It's pretty mild really. And basically what I'm doing is getting out, doing a little bit of fitness, practice some skills, bit of navigation, stuff like that, bit of rucking. Got a rucksack on the back there, got the Becker Patrol pack on. And the other thing I'm going to be doing today is testing out some gear. So it was my birthday last week and I received some quite nice bits of outdoorsy kit. So I'm looking forward to trialing those out. It's always good to make sure your kit performs before you put it to a test in a more challenging environment, isn't it? So just checking out those items of kit, and I'll go through those as we go into the video. So catch you in a bit. So I'm just entering an area of woodland now, and I'm using that fish hook method that I mentioned some time ago on my stealth camping video, which basically means you don't walk directly in from a track into a tree line and just set up your camp. It basically means you hook around on yourself so that if anyone saw you walking in, or if anyone was trying to track you, it gives you a bit of early warning, and you can observe the track you moved in on, or the route that you moved in on. Not that I'm trying to sneak up on anyone or anything. It's just people want to tell you to get off their land or whatever, then you've got a little bit of early warning. So yeah, just making my way into a nice bit of woodland. You can probably see around me there's some really good trees around here, ones that are suitable for putting up a basher or a hammock or something like that, which is what I'm after. So yeah, nice little bit of woodland here, and I'll set up camp and have a brew in a little bit. So I found myself a nice little spot here, far enough in from the edge of the wood line that people can't really see in very well, and also there's some nice flat area on the ground with not too much undergrowth in the actual spot I'm in. So if you look just over there, there's a lot of this stuff, kind of reeds, so some of the ground's quite wet, but around here it's quite flat, relatively dry, and there's actually a nice log there that I can sit on, that's not too rotten. I've just given it the old kick test. And yeah, so some decent trees to get my new one of my new toys up and try out, so let's do it. But first, as per SOPs, time for a quick brew. Love how quiet it is out here, away from all the traffic and people in general. Just lovely and quiet. Great place to relax. One of the new items I've got then to kind of test out is this basher then. So check this bad boy out. Made of tiger stripe material. So for anybody that watches him, Mack he's got a YouTube channel, so check him out. I'll put a link in the description. So he doesn't make it en masse. He's not like got a shop or anything like that. He just basically makes kits for himself and for people he knows and all that sort of stuff. And he just suggested to me, do you fancy a tiger stripe tarp? And obviously I said yeah. So the missus paid for that for my birthday, and it's come out really nice actually. It's super compact, as you can see. It's like quite a small size. I put the jungle knots on already. It looks like a quality bit of kit, to be fair, so I'm looking forward to trying it out. Cool, so that's the basher up. As you can see, it's made out of that super sexy tiger stripe camouflage pattern, which I know, you know, it's not blending in so well with the brown of the surrounding area, but this will be great in the summer and spring and for certain areas overseas too. But you know, I'm not trying to blend in so much really, it's more to do with the fact it's just a cool camouflage pattern, isn't it? You never thought I'd like it, would you? But yeah, really nice bit of kit. Just tell feeling by the material that's going to give really good protection from any weather that might come in, bit of rain or whatever. Lots of space underneath there. So this is 3 meters by 2.5, which is the size I asked for. He made it bespoke sort of thing. You can see I've got the TRC jungle knots on there. I've not got the mesh bags. I'm not sure what happened to those for this set, but these are great for quick setup of a basher. But yeah, impressed with that. And I've got this set up first now, so I'm going to put a hammock underneath it. Obviously it's a little bit high for normal use, not that this is tactical or anything, but yeah, I've got it up high enough. This is the sort of height I normally put a basher up if I'm going to get underneath or get in a hammock. So that's what's going up next. Okay, so that's the hammock set up there. Good to go for a little bit of relaxation. Now I'm going to chill out in a minute, but first I'm going to show you another little item that I got a couple of days ago. So this is the second bit of kit that I always wanted to show then. New bit of kit that I'm just trying out today. So this here is a little Bushcraft satchel made by Mack tightwad, aka Eddie. And this was a little surprise. It was something that he made for my birthday, so oh, very nice of you, mate, proud of you. Right, so as you can see, it's made in this lovely Second World War German camouflage pattern, which was used by the Fallschirmjäger in World War II. It's got a little handle on top, it's got a slightly covered buckle there, and then it's got shoulder strap, an adjustable shoulder strap. So the idea of this thing here then is just so that you can top flap it underneath your day sack, top flap, and then put a few items in for just basically walking around, you know. Going into the bag then, at the very top there's these two flaps here that are secured with Velcro, and trying to undo them one-handed is not easy, so there we go, undone there. And then you've just got basically a big open bag here, and what I've got in here is firstly I've got my brew, because obviously that needs to go everywhere you go, and you could use this for anything, couldn't you? You could use it for camera kit, you could use it for tools, water bottles, stuff like that. I've got a waterproof jacket in there, again essential bit of kit to have with you if you're moving any kind of distance away from your main pack, and you know, in the UK it's always raining. I've got a Laplander saw on the side here, these little slip pockets he's put in, and then on this side I've got a monocular, so that's always good for just observing whatever, you know, for things like navigation, or if you're a bit of a bird spotter or whatever, or just a spotter in general, then that's there. So you've got the two little slip pockets there, and then on this side here, on the inside pocket, sorry, there's an inside pocket there, and then on this side you've got the same thing here. So on that side I've got my map of this area, and then, you know, you could put a notebook in this side maybe, or just something flat. So quite a handy little bag that's good for all sorts of Fieldcraft and Bushcrafty type devices. Time to get some scuff on then. And for today's menu, I've got some spicy pork noodles by these guys, fire pot. So yeah, let's see what that's like. Not bad them actually. So, in the hammock now, chilling out under the tarp. Got brew good to go. Got book to read. I'm just going to chill out for a bit actually. This is nice and peaceful. So one comment here about camouflage concealment then. So I'm out on the main track now. You can see behind me it's quite a wide open track with woodland on either side. So from where I'm stood now, that basher's about 50 metres away, something like that. So not a massive distance. I've had a fair few groups of people walking past today. It's not mega busy, but there's been quite a few people walking past. Not a single person has indicated that they've noticed me in there, and I'm not trying to hide as such. I've not camouflaged the basher in any way. It's actually in quite an open area, and as shown earlier, that camouflage pattern isn't the best for this kind of environment because it's winter. A lot of the trees have lost their leaves and stuff, other than the evergreen trees that are around, and those the branches with the greenery on are quite high, so it doesn't give you a lot of greenery. There are reeds lower down though, but if you have a look around here, it's all kind of brown, isn't it, on this side at least. But yeah, I know where my basher is now, and I'm looking and I can't see it. It just goes to show you that as long as you've got the right kind of colours, and you put yourself into a little bit of cover, you're going to blend in. As long as you're not moving around too much or making noise, then you're going to blend in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scan across there, and you can't see it at all, can you? It's not showing up whatsoever. So yeah, pretty cool. If I wanted to make that more covert, if I wanted to blend in more, I'd get it lower, because that's the other thing. I've got it pretty high because I've got a hammock up, and I get it in and amongst some foliage. So at the moment it's in quite an open area, but because there's layers of foliage in front of it, then it does a really good job of concealing it. So yeah, just thought I'd put a quick comment there about concealment. As long as you put a little bit of effort in and get yourself away from main routes and stuff, you can actually conceal your position quite easily. So that's the basher kind of there. Probably stood about 25 metres away now. So it'll do. You can see it now, starting to poke through. As I said a second ago, I've made no effort whatsoever to camouflage this. Okay, so we're now probably 20 metres away, and you can see it quite easily now because we're in a completely open area. So, you know, if I wanted to camouflage this up, make it blend in more, I would push much further back into the trees over there and amongst more of the green stuff, get it a lot lower and actually add some natural foliage to it. But it's a pretty cool colour. It's not, like I say, I've not necessarily made this blend in any way. It's completely open here. Just a nice little spot to set up, I thought. Okay then, so it's about half an hour now before last light. I've had a good afternoon chilling out and all that sort of stuff. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start striking camp. I'm going to get all this down. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to time myself. So I'm not going to do it in a rush as though, you know, I need to bug out or anything like that. I'm going to do it at a normal pace, but just for interest's sake, I'm just going to time myself and see how long it takes. So it should only take a couple of minutes. So yeah, let's get on with it. So first thing I'm going to do is take down the hammock, because you need to leave the shelter up until last, so that if it is raining or if there's bad weather of any kind, then your hammock doesn't get wet. Also, if it has been raining, if you take your basher down or your shelter down first, then it's going to lay on your hammock and get it wet. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting all this packed away inside its case. Okay, so the whole time I did that then, under there, the hammock didn't touch the ground, so it stayed dry. And all I'm doing is taking off the straps from the buckles that are the straps on the tree. That's the main part of the hammock down now. Just take the straps off the trees. Shove that back in there. Okay, so that's a hammock down. I've just got to put the straps back in the bag. Bash it down now. Notice I'm doing this in a certain way as well, so I'm taking the outside pegs off first, so it leaves the basher actually still mainly elevated, so it's not just laying on the ground, because the ground's going to be wet quite often. That's all the pegs out, and all I need to do now is undo the lines off the trees. Okay, and that's it done. So what's that, about 3 minutes or something? So yeah, not bad. You see there, I'm not rushing around, just taking it down at a steady pace, and you can see it only takes a couple of minutes to do that. But you need to have like a system to do it. You notice there, I've not got anything laying on the ground, getting mucky, getting wet, where necessary anyway, where you can. And it's always best to take, if you're using a hammock, get your hammock down first, leave your basher up. You know, especially in tropical climates where the rain can come in instantly, really heavy. So if you did have the chance to get back under your shelter for some reason, you've still got your shelter up and your hammock's not getting drenched. So yeah, last thing to do then is just check the area, and all I'm going to do is have a good look around, make sure I've not dropped anything from when I was cooking, or anything that might have just fallen out of my bag. Get that kit packed up and then move off. Kit packed up, let's go. So I'm just getting to the end of my walk now, back to my car, not far to go now. What I'll do is I'll wrap the video up here before it gets too dark. You can probably see we're just losing the light now. So quite a good day out, good day, getting a couple of miles in with some weight on my back. Also trialing some kit, practicing some skills, navigation and all that sort of stuff. So hope you enjoyed the video. If anyone out there has got anything that you want me to cover, any ideas for videos, whether it's skill based or whatever, just let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, stay prepared.